What's up, everybody? Rick here at Bear Forex, and today is Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. Hope everybody's doing well. Unlike the U.S. stock market, which took a dump all over itself today, Dow Jones Industrial Average slipping nearly 3%, S&P 500 dropping 3.5%, and the NASDAQ, let's just call it 5, a whopping 600-point drop in as tech craps all over itself for some reason. Now, excuse me, my personal opinion, what I believe is that this is nothing to be too concerned about. I think that you mix it's the end of the month or the beginning of the new month after a long bull run, so people are cashing out, plus in anticipation of tomorrow's news announcement, since they ruin it by having all these little announcements throughout the month about unemployment. The numbers that came out today for unemployment are not the same, are not going to be the same as tomorrow's official numbers. And they also they changed the formula recently, so I wouldn't take it too much into account. But people like to overreact. They always overreact about everything, But the entire market is down. I mean, all the best ones, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Facebook, NVIDIA, Zoom, the darling of it, everything is down. Zoom itself is down 10%. Amazon's down 5%. Tesla's down 9%. Apple's down 8%. This is market-wide, and I'm telling you, it's just people cashing out some money and anticipating tomorrow's numbers, just in case. There's people moving big money around, and that's why the whole market is down. It's also why the United States dollar is weak against all of its trading partners. I'm sorry. It's strong against all its trading partners, which, again, does not make any sense. Bad numbers come out, it strengthens the U.S. dollar. Good numbers come out, it weakens the U.S. dollar. I am not entirely sure what is happening. Even West Texas Intermediate and Brent crude, they also slipped today. So gold is basically flat, and so I'm not really sure. I'm not sure why that's happening. But again, I'm pretty sure that this big dive really has to do with people just changing positions, cashing out some money. That's probably what's happening. Now, what happened to me, too, was yesterday, for the nobody who watched my video, I probably got shadow banned because I said secret words I'm not supposed to say, which is fine. I don't care. But anyway, in yesterday's video, I said that I should be closing, but I'm going to hold on to one more day just in case the news that came out today foreshadowed good news on Friday. Now, I had points secured across all my portfolios I had 3 open trades on the Japanese yen portfolio. I only had 1 on the USD, which was the NZDUSD, and it did get tapped out. But that's okay, because I knew that it was going to happen. It was either going to be that or price was going to go up. But like I said, I secured a good amount of points, and I'm content with that. You take your risk versus the reward. So let's go ahead and fire up the charts here and take a look-see at what happened. Check 1, check 1, check 1, check 1. All right, I think we're good here. All right, so here we are starting off on you guessed it, Australian dollar versus the U.S. dollar at Rwanda. You can see price slipping today. Have no idea why. Bouncing or gonna get down to the 72 level. Now remember, I needed to get back down here. I want to get to 71.5 and decide to either break or bounce back up. This general area here is where I'm looking for entry, and I'll either go long or short depending on which way it goes. But I am looking for price to come back down to here, or to break this, spike through, come down, get back in. But this is the general area. I'm still looking forward to the downside. I'm still biased to the downside on everybody who's against the U.S. dollar. So nothing's really going on here. And this candle is probably not going to do much in anticipation of tomorrow. I don't recommend opening any trades today, just in case, because if you're not in any positions, and to me nothing looks tradable anyway, and we're just going to wait to see what happens tomorrow. Euro USD is up next, and as you can see, price spiked down to where I said it was going to get to, and it just touched it, and now it's just kind of bouncing along. It's this garbage route here. It's still going to the upside though. If you remember yesterday, I said that price is spiking higher highs and higher lows, and we're continuing the higher highs and higher lows. However, to me, this is a triple tap on higher time frames. This is just a bigger version of one of these. This is a giant couple of weeks worth of indecision, and this is proof because it's just bouncing along the same general areas. Price doesn't know where it wants to go. I'm not sure what it's waiting for. I could be right, and they could be waiting for the general election to happen in the United States. I'm not really sure. It can't still be closed, maybe because of the pandemic. Pricing is just kind of sitting around. I haven't really heard much out of the European Union on what they're going to do in terms of the pandemic and whether or not they're reopening or whatever. I haven't really heard much about it because I honestly, frankly, I don't pay too much attention to that kind of thing. Some of my friends and colleagues tell me maybe I should because it really has a lot to do, but to me, it's just I need like hard factual things, and there's nothing hard or factual about anything that's going on in the pandemic. So I can only trade what I see and what I hear, and right now I see and hear nothing on the Euro USD. Moving on to GBP USD, which is mimicking the Aussie dollar in terms of the price action. The price spikes up and the price comes back down. Once again, just like the Aussie dollar, I'm going to need price to head back down to previous major support, which is right down here at the 131 level. I'd like to see it come back down here so I can make a decision on whether or not I want to go long or short. But this candle, to me, yes, it's only been nearly 2 hours since the market closed. Actually, yeah, nearly 2 hours. It's probably going to be stagnant because tomorrow is non-farm payroll day. NZDUSD. I banked the 80 points as the whole day NZD weakened against the US dollar, despite the fact that the US stock market fell an average of 6 points. When you mix them all together, it's about 6%. The New Zealand dollar also weakened by, let's get this for the math nerds, nearly 1%, 0.87% drop, and continuing. If you add what it's fell today, no, it's a 75 basis points. So that's a big move for one day, despite the fact that the U.S. had bad news. I don't understand it. Yesterday, I should have probably closed, like I said, 1, 2, 3 taps, right? And I would have saved myself a little bit, maybe made a little 50 pips. But I didn't, and I have to live with that decision, and that's fine. I took the risk, but I still banked 80 in the books. Also, what was in the books is I had 3 open yen trades. Each one I banked 60, so that's also good. This is on the dailies now. If you go to the 4-hour charts, you can still play off these a little bit better on the 4-hour chart. If you're interested in hearing me and listening to me trade the 4-hour charts, please feel free to visit my Patreon page at Bear Forex to find out how, as a thank you for being a patron. Now we're going to move on to the USCAD, which had a nice bump up today, an unexpected bump up. On the tech side, it's not unexpected because you can see the spike here. 1, 2, 3 times same level. 1, 2, 3, nearly 4 times same level before price goes up. But we did get a bump today. Now this bump, this section here, I know, again, it's going to just sit there and wait for non-farm payroll and see what happens with that. What I'm looking for is price to reach up to the 13.25. This is going to be my tradable area. 13.25 is going to be my tradable area, and so is anything under 1300 is going to be my tradable area. What that means is that's where I'm going to make my decisions. I'm not going to make a decision in between here because it's bouncing along, and I need some definitive movement, and I need for it to pick a direction. I don't know if this bump is real or not. Like I said, this could be a cash out. All this down move, this could be people cashing out, just like this one, and just like this stuff. But this is a nice big month-long move, and it could be the longer-term traders cashing out right before non-farm payroll. It happens. It's not, you guys who trade 5-minute, 10-minute, 15, even daily. We are not the big fish. The big fish trade weekly and monthlies, and when they see price, when they want to cash out, they cash out big, and we're the ones who pay for it. Moving on to the USD Swiss, not the same as the USD CAD. As a matter of fact, price actually pushed down a little bit. It closed down on the day, but price did spike up right up into the 91.5 territory, which was where it's been bouncing. So to me, it's still looking down, weak. You can see even in this short one here, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. My tradable area is going to be above 190, between 195 and 92. So like in this general area here, I don't really count that spike because everything else has been testing under that. And then anything under 9,000 is going to be my also tradable area. So until it hits those areas, we're going to have to wait and see. And last but not least, we have the USDJPY, which, hey, still pretty much doing nothing. Indecision, followed by indecision. And look, more indecision. Nothing really tradable, not even on the 4-hour. If you look at 4-hour, this was probably the last tradable move, somewhere in here, which maybe would have got between 10 and 20, maybe. It's just not being tradable right now. I don't really know what's happening with this. It's usually a pretty good pair to trade, but lately it just has been not good. Not on the dailies, not on the weeklies, and very rarely on the 4-hour. And that's going to be it for the charting. Not much happening. No trades open. I actually have no trades open at all except for, I think, Brent crude. I have a long on a Brent crude, which I'm currently down some. But I'm going to hold off because I think it's going to bounce back up. If you'd like information on how you can see what I'm doing on Brent crude, as well as the S&P 500, West Texas Intermediate, and gold, along with trading the 4-hour charts, and paying attention to the yen pairs, feel free to visit me at Bear Forex at Patreon. With that being said, tomorrow is non-farm payroll day. Adjust stops if you're in any positions that are tied to the United States dollar. Pay attention, because if price moves against you, you're going to lose. So if you've had enough, maybe close your trades. If not, adjust your positions. And until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time probably to see what happened with non-farm payroll day, which used to be freaking awesome, but now it's all trash because too many things come out in anticipation of it. It used to just be non-farm payroll, bam, and you could make a month's salary in a night. But yep, they made sure to kill that. All right, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up at bearforextrading@gmail.com. Visit my website, bearforextrading.com. No, I'm sorry, it's just bearforex.com. Bearforex Trading is my Gmail. Visit my website at bearforex.com, my Patreon at bearforex.com, my Twitter at bearforex.com. And we'll see you tomorrow.